Hey, Jasmine.
Hi.
Happy Saturday.
Yeah, happy Saturday.
What else are you guys doing today for the rest of the weekend? Anything?
Oh, soccer. We did.
Still more
Check.
soccer?
Nope, no more soccer.
Oh,
I've
good.
put some furniture together, which is miserable.
Yeah, what?
But I'll put something good on TV and then do that. Yeah, just
Yeah, just hanging out.
relaxing. Yeah, yeah.
Nice. That's awesome. You deserve that. So,
Thanks.
how I wanted to start this was just, giving kind of like a little introduction of yourself, I guess. Just really like who you are, I guess, like what you do, and kind of why you really decided you wanted to work with me. And yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I am a mom of twins.
Yes.
So they're going to be 10 years old. I am paralegal, so I work full time,
All
lots,
the
well,
time.
more than full time. It's never a 9 to 5. So I work a lot of overtime, a lot of nights, weekends, whatnot. So busy like everyone else, but um, I kind of just got tired of seeing the weight pile on and just feeling unhealthy,
Yeah.
just feeling like I couldn't keep up with my kids or the things that I used to be able to do with 5 hours of sleep. Now I could barely get out of bed. So I just
Yeah.
felt like I was starting to feel a little run down, and I knew it was from the inside, like I wasn't functioning properly.
Yeah.
So I lucked out and met you because
Yep.
I walked into that gym that day.
So awesome.
Um, so yes, I'm very fortunate.
Yep.
Yeah, and I just wanted to make a change, and I needed to make a change that wasn't me and I on Instagram at midnight finding the next diet app that I could sign up for because
Uh-huh.
I'd done that like 5 times,
Yeah.
and I could never stay consistent with that.
Hmm.
So I wanted to do something that I'd never done before, totally
That's
different.
awesome. Yeah. Yeah. I love it's, most of our clients they're online. We don't get to meet them, but it's so cool when we get to. Like I love that. I
Yeah,
see you in person. It's so amazing.
yeah, me
Um,
too.
so based upon like I guess really, yeah, what were you feeling like before we started working together? Kind of what were like your symptoms and how did like the day to day look really?
I just felt really sluggish.
Hmm.
Like I knew I had put some weight on, but I felt like I didn't have any energy or I felt weak, like I hadn't been active enough. So I felt like I just felt weak, like I couldn't keep up with my kids, which is weird for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I felt like I was having some digestive issues, a lot of like bloating and just like even my skin, I just felt like it was coming out of my pores, like that I
Yeah,
was so
yeah.
unhealthy. It was just manifesting everywhere.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, and that's the first time that's ever kind of happened, and I knew it was because I wasn't taking care of myself.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So, you
And
know,
I'm old. That was the other thing too. Like I am getting older, so I felt like my metabolism is not the same, or before I could, you know, work
yeah,
out for a few weeks and try and watch what I eat, and it was a lot easier when I was younger. So
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. But still, I mean, so now we've been working together for, I don't know off the top of my head, like just nutrition wise, like what would you say, like 4 or 5 months maybe?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and it's amazing. Jasmine's lost 12 pounds. Her skin is cleared up. Your like your energy is better too, isn't it?
Oh yeah, much better.
We're trying. She does better at sleep. Besides, when she direct messages me at midnight on Instagram.
Don't look at the time. I'm messaging you.
I know I should not be awake right now, but please check this out. So that's super awesome. I mean,
Yeah,
would you say like, I mean, how do you feel now? Like, how do you feel now that you've made some changes and what's made it possible for you to make those changes?
it feels so much better. But I
Okay.
think what's made it possible is just what you taught me. Like you don't have to bite off the biggest chunk right at the beginning because it's not sustainable. And to have any results, you have to be consistent.
Yes.
And so I loved how you just taught me to pick one thing at a time and we just build on it. So
Hmm.
something as simple as I didn't drink enough water, which is
Hmm.
super important, right? I wasn't getting enough steps during the day because I sat at a computer. So just learning to do those long enough to where they become a habit and then just build on it. And then things that were it doesn't feel so overwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you manage eating better? Because you eat better. I mean, not that you really ate that bad, but you definitely we incorporated a lot more like protein,
Yeah.
a little bit cleaner sources of like carbs as well.
Mhm.
Um, so now how do you balance like eating better, getting movement in? Because
Mhm.
that is tough. You work a lot and you run
Yeah.
your kids all over the place. You're a single mom.
Yeah.
How do you manage it?
Just by trying to plan ahead.
Mhm.
So, which sometimes I'm good at it, sometimes I'm not so good at it. But I try and have things in place because I know there are going to be days where I've just not planned anything.
Yeah.
So, like, I'll keep stuff at work. So in my desk and in my fridge at work, I just have lots of healthy options on hand. So if I didn't, get it together that morning and didn't bring
Yeah.
my lunch or my breakfast or forgot it at home, which I've done multiple times, then I don't have to just eat, the donut at work because I
Yeah.
have other options, especially if I'm busy, I have to have them close by. So I'll keep, the rice cakes, the lunch meat. I even keep rice in my drawer that I can make, fruit, nuts, all of those things. I just have a nice supply of that at home and at work
Hmm.
so that regardless of where I am, I can make a healthy choice.
Yep.
Um, so that's helped. Trying to plan my days out instead of just letting them fall like I used to for so long. It's like I was so busy and overwhelmed, I couldn't plan everything. So between planning work and kids' schedules, I was always the last one.
Hmm.
So I wouldn't eat lunch or I'd, eat whatever was there. So just planning ahead, planning my meals. I'm not a great meal planner, but I'm learning.
You do
So
great though.
yeah, yeah. So that's really helped just to plan ahead. The only way I can stay consistent.
Mhm. Yeah, so it's not, yeah, it sounds obviously like planning ahead and then having like those staples really help you when you're busy.
Yeah.
How has it been like, I know your kids can be pretty picky as you've started to eat a little bit better, like have they been like willing to try too? A little
Yeah.
how do you
Which
go
is
with like
shocking.
building your food and theirs?
Yeah. I think that was one of my hurdles that I would make something healthy for me and then I'd have to make something else for them. And it was just like, well, I'm sometimes too busy to make one dinner. Like it's hard to make two.
Yeah.
So, so I've kind of just been by forcing that it on them a little bit. And they've started to come around, which I thought they never would. So it's been really good. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. And I mean, it's helpful that they're not too young and they are active,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
really competitive, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
I,
because they want to eat anything green, right? Or at
oh
least
God,
we'll
no,
go on it, right?
no. I,
They're like,
I
just
hate
try it,
bread.
give it a shot.
I'm like, okay, avocados. You'll eat that. Okay, that's a start. We'll work on the vegetables, just something.
That's awesome.
I was gonna say too, the other thing that helps me is just being accountable. So
Yeah.
like the check-ins every week and like having something where I can check off my habits, drinking
Mhm.
my water, getting my steps, working out, eating 3 peak plates, like having that, knowing I have that check-in every Sunday, it makes me want to pay attention and to
Nice.
actually think about
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah, I like that. And I never even thought of it that way because, you get on our app and it's like, that's a checklist for you right there, which is like,
yeah,
I feel like most of us women, like that's, we live and breathe by that as like marking
yeah,
something off. So yeah,
yeah,
that's cool. Yeah, I mean, obviously I knew I was there for you, but that's a cool way to look at it too. It's like, it's
yeah,
another list. It's my list, not my
yeah,
food list, not my work list. It's my list.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
awesome. Um, if you gave someone, or the women in our group, like if you gave them one tip to help them reach their peak or reach their goal or, see the progress you have made, what would you say?
I would say it's kind of a two-part thing. It's like don't give up because it's so easy for us to just get overwhelmed and think it's never going to happen and just get complacent.
Mhm.
So I would say don't give up. And then also like don't feel guilty about taking the time for yourself. Because I
Mhm.
think as women and as moms, we're so busy taking care of everything else that we don't spend the extra 10 minutes a night to make our meals for the next day
Yeah.
or just sit down and like actually do something for ourselves, like write in your journal, do whatever. Like it's okay to do that and you should do that. So
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. I like that because that is a hard thing, is you don't
yeah.
taking time for yourself and feeling selfish, but
Hmm.
you have energy now to play with your kids.
Make it a priority. Yeah.
Yeah. Now they challenge
Yeah.
you to push-up contest and you can do
Yeah.
it.
Yes. Mom, we don't do them on our knees. Okay. Okay.
You're
We
like,
don't
well,
do
I'm
them
not
on our
there
knees.
yet. Which
So,
is awesome. I mean, they probably love that, like, and at work, hopefully, I mean, that 3 p.m. dip that most people get, like, that's a lot better for you too, isn't it?
oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially when I stopped drinking more coffee in the afternoon and actually just, if I was actually hungry, eating something healthy. But yeah, I
Eating,
don't really
yeah.
get that anymore. Yeah.
Yay, that's so
So,
awesome. That's great.
yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I love this. Thank you for joining me, and I hopefully it
Yeah.
sheds some light for
Thank
all the
you
other
for
women in our group.
Yeah, thank you for guiding me and helping me and being patient with me.
Of course,
Because I feel like it's
absolutely.
now actually a lifestyle, not just like a fad thing, right? Like when you
Yeah.
do like, I don't know, whatever diets out there, like this is actually like a way to build a lifestyle that you're happy with. So
Yay, that's awesome. Well, thank you.
yeah, you're welcome.